Okay, please read verse number 6 onwards, please. Asthita paramadvaitam moksharthepi vyavasthitah asharyam kamavasagah vikala kelishikshaya udhutam jnanadurmitram avadharyati durbalah asharyam kamamakankshet kalamantamanusritah ihamutra viraktasya nitya vivekinaha asharyam mokshakamasya mokshadeva vivishika dhirastu bhujyamanopi vidyamanopi sarvada atmanam kevalam pashyan natushyati nakupyati. You can hear the last very clearly? Okay, nice, thank you. As you have been seeing in this beautiful dialogue between the teacher and the student, and as we have seen, all of you have been studying these texts, attending many classes. In our tradition, the whole teaching is in the form of a dialogue. There is no monologue. I say, you listen, no such thing. There is no question of any authoritative declaration that I say, you better listen. The teacher says, and the student has absolute freedom to question. Just not between two human beings. Even if you take the lesson like Krishna teaching Arjuna, when Krishna says, Ivam vivashyate yogam praktavan hamabhyam vivaswana manavepraha manu ikshaka vibravit. Hey Arjuna, this is the knowledge I told in the very beginning of the creation. I told it to Vivaswan, Vivaswan told to Manu, Manu to Ikshvaku, like that, Evam Parampara Praptam. Like this tradition of student and teacher and the student, it is coming down and I gave it. But Arjuna cannot say, whatever you say must be true. He said nothing doing. He said, whom are you talking to? Aparam bhavato janma param janma vivasvata. You and me are contemporary. We are born together, and you say in the beginning of the creation you gave it to Vivasvan. Whom are you talking? Katham etad vijaniyam. How do I know that you gave it to him? Not that because Krishna said, Krishna must be true. This is the beauty and spirit of this tradition, this teaching, in the knowledge, in this teaching where everything is, the knowledge where everything is directly questioned. If you understand, fantastic. If you don't understand, please don't pretend to understand. Why? What the Guru will say. If I say I don't understand, maybe I am a stupid fellow. No. Be stupid. If you do not show your stupidity to a wise man, to whom else shall you show? Can you hide your sickness from a doctor? Then how is he going to treat? Just see that, friends. Absolutely. So here, total transparency. The first thing, but the most important thing, the teacher must know the truth. If the teacher doesn't know the truth and he speaks it out, other than that is the biggest headache. The person doesn't know. So that is where the problem comes. When the teacher doesn't know, they make it more difficult. Already the subject seems to be difficult. They make it more difficult because the person doesn't know. Whereas there is nothing easier than this subject. Self-knowledge, Atma-jnana, Ati Sulabham, as they say. Rajavidya is not me talking. Bhagavan Krishna himself in Bhagavad Gita so beautiful. Rajavidya is a royal among the knowledge. Rajaguhyam. Why all this later on say Rajaguhyam? Pavitram idam uttamam pratyaksha avagamyam dharmyam susukham gartu. the last one. Susukham kartum. Sukham kartum, easy to get. Susukham, very easy to get. Why very easy to get? Is there anything like, can you get anything cheaper than free? Huh? Can you get anything cheaper than free? This knowledge is available free, both for the student to receive, teacher to give. Free transaction. Lucky. That is why there is no give 10 rupee and come. No, there is no such stuff. It's not some college education. Unless nowadays Vedanta also is sold 3,000 rupees course fee, 5,000 rupees course fee. Please understand. Free. Why is it so? Not that totally free. So somebody who doesn't want to give sitting on a stash of money, oh, very good, free. No. Get the knowledge free, but to help the knowledge spread, pay. That is a Guru Dakshina. And that is talked about in the ancient tradition in our Taittiriya Upanishad itself. After the whole teaching is over, Vedamanuchyam Acharyam Ante Vasinam Anusasti Satyam Vada Dharmam Chara, all that things he says. Then he says, Acharyaya Priyam Dhanamarutya Prajatantum Ma Vyavachetsi. In the beginning, he don't really ask Guru Dakshina. Guru Dakshina is asked at the end of this thing. You stay in the Gurukula, have a nice time, have nice food. Why? Because just because you are a rich man's son only you can go there. Poor man's son you will not be getting it. So knowledge is denied to you? No. Krishna is accepted in Sandipani. Sudama also is accepted in Sandipani. At the end of the day, Sudama gives me a handful of rice, Krishna gives one palace. But in the beginning, nobody is denied. Understand the beauty of this knowledge. So it is not that you pay for it and then you go, no. This is something you get this knowledge. First you get this knowledge because it is free. You cannot pay for it. Can you pay for infinity? Can you pay for happiness? Nothing. I shall pay for it if it is not with me. That is why the teacher will feel, a teacher will almost commit a crime if he demands something which is already with you. And when you discover it is already with you, you shall also look down upon the teacher. Everything was with me and he took money from me. You see, how do you like it? Suppose in your car, take this example. In your car, there is nothing wrong. The person, but you are stupid, you don't know how to handle it. So he goes there and he just touches one wire and he says, how much sir? 5,000 rupees. Then you see, really there was nothing wrong. Even he charges, what do you say? The fellow is taking me for a ride. Because everything was okay. If you go to a hospital, they give a checkup and say there is nothing wrong. 5,000 rupees. Nothing wrong, 5,000 rupees. If you give a treatment, it is fine. Nothing wrong. So how do you feel? The fellow is cheating me. There was nothing he did. So don't you think in this self-knowledge same thing will happen? With the student, when he gets this knowledge, where from he gets it? In himself. And when he really appreciates, oh, for this he was asking all these things. No, friends. This is so beautiful. What is important is the student should be as willing to receive it. The teacher also must be that willing to share it. That should be there. And the teacher will be always, the person who understands the truth, naturally will be inspired to give it to everybody. Why? It is like when you see a sunrise, will you keep quiet? You want everybody to see it. If you are a person like that, you eat some nice chocolate, is there anybody who do the whole thing like that? Call everybody and give it like crows. The crows cannot eat alone. The moment all the crows will come. The wise man is like a crow, big crow. The moment he sees, oh my God, everybody can be happy, everybody is immortal, everybody is absolute, sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu nirama, everybody is happy, can be happy, everybody is disease free, everybody is immortal, you better come and listen to this and get this knowledge and go out. So when this knowledge, please see this beauty of this tradition, it is a dialogue, it is given, so the student participates in this knowledge. Unfortunately, non-participatory knowledge is what? You don't do anything, I touch you. You don't do anything, I'll touch you between the eyebrows, I'll touch you with a feather, I'll touch you with this, do this, I'll do for you. No! Nobody can give it to you because it is already yours. Nobody can do it for you because it is already yours. It is you. That is why this teacher doesn't take any credit for giving this knowledge. The student is grateful because had he not revealed it, I would not have received it. So that is a Guru Parampara. Shishya Parampara is there? There is no Shishya Parampara, there is a Guru Parampara, because if my teacher would not have given him, how would I have got it? If his teacher would not have given him, how would he get it? So he get this knowledge, and thereafter the person is absolutely inspired, because how can you see somebody suffering? That is why all the choicest abuse also, abuses, choicest invocations are there for the student. Idiot, murkaha, moodaha, idiot. You understand? How can you be so stupid? How can you be such a fool? Get up, understand this truth. Hey Arjuna, you know how Bhagavan has everywhere, out of love and affection. When you know the person is intelligent and behaving stupid, that is the time you will mandu. Why do you tell that an idiot? Because the fellow, you know, is smart. How can he behave stupid? Same thing when you know somebody's absolute happiness, absolute joy, immortality, absolute security, pretending now behaving like insecure, miserable, stupid, naturally have to say, shut up, get up and do this for yourself. You are the absolute. That automatically sets fire in the student. That is why when Krishna starts the teaching with smiling, Arjuna is totally down and out. You know, Gandivam Sanstate Hastat, Mukam Jaiva, Parishusyati, mouth is drying up, hands is shaking, the bow and arrow is falling from everything. With that miserable, pessimistic, totally psychologically demented, destroyed state, devastated state. And Arjuna, Krishna, starting with knowledge, Prahasanniyo Bharata, with a huge smile in his face, he is starting the knowledge. Does it mean he is a sadistic teacher? More miserable the student is, happier he is not so. Meaning, stupid, don't be like that. I am going to hand over the same smile to you. At one time, I was also like that. Everybody, because everybody begins with ignorance. Understand? Our life here doesn't begin with wisdom. Because wisdom has no beginning. You are beginningless and endless in wisdom. Ignorance, beginningless, but at one moment you recognize, oh, I am so stupid. So that is why the life is such a wonderful thing, because you get a chance to know about everything, please. So when the student, the teacher is, teacher is prepared to give this knowledge, share this knowledge, the student must be ready for it. Now, very, very easy, because the subject matter is about yourself, as to who you are. Yesterday I told you one point, I hope you are remembered. For you to say, I have a problem, first I must be. I hope you work on that particular statement. To say, I have something, first you are. Unless I am, can I have? Work on it. I wish I can go and stand up there and talk, but again coming up and down will be difficult. You understand? You can even put it here, I can write, don't worry about it. But just think of it. Just put that one line and come back. It's very effective. Whatever you say, I am or I have, first you have to say I. Right or wrong? You should difficult to understand. To say I am or I have, first it should be I. Before you say, if you say I have, it is already understood, first I am. Right or wrong? Unless I am, how can I have? But what is in our life we have done now? Everything that we have, we have lost in it. Who I am is forever. What is bondage? Bondage is to take what I have to be who I am. Simple formula. You work it out and try to make a simple formula and you have to do it. Whatever you have, if you think that is what you are, that is bondage. Why? What is bondage? Not that there is a bondage. What you have has a limitation. The moment you say what you have as who you are dragging the limitation of the object to yourself. Body, are you getting that? The body, does not feel it is young, it is old, it is adult, it is aging, it is dying. The body does not feel it. Just body is. Deho janati. Body does not know. It is the difference. And this body, you have a body or you are a body? Everybody uses the language. मेरा तबीयत ठीक नहीं है, मेरा बॉडी सही नहीं है, my body is not okay. Everybody uses that. My body, my whatever, my whatever तबीयत, whatever you say. But feeling is I am you. So what I have, if I take myself to who I am, who is taking what I have to do who I am? I am doing it or my body is imposing? Knowledge is proud or I am proud of knowledge? I am proud of an engineer. Engineering is proud. I am proud of knowledge. Shastra is proud. I am proud of scripture. That is why a Shastri is not a Jnani. Shastri means Shastra yasya asti. One who has the Shastra, who has the knowledge of the scripture. He has all the information of the scripture, but he doesn't know anything about himself. When you know about yourself, you are a Jnani. When you know all the scriptures, you are a Shastri. Not a Pandit. Very well informed person. That is why there can be any number of wise people, those who do not know scriptures, no Sanskrit, no Pali, or no other, they may not have any language. Simple folks, but great saints, because they have the wisdom of the self. But suppose you have the knowledge of yourself as well as the scriptures, then it facilitates the whole teaching. It becomes so beautiful. So the principle is, please see that. To say I have, I already must be I have. When you sit down, when you sit down, just closing the eyes or being seated, still, what for 1 second, not speaking, no need to have a thought. Whatever you have can be dismissed, but who you are cannot be dismissed. What you have, you can be away from it, right or wrong. Such easiness, I tell you, better know it now and get out. You understand? Such easiness. What you have, you can be away from it. Where you go? Where you go now? Where you go? That is when wise man was living in a forest. Some visitors had gone to see him. So this man is lying on the floor. In a little cave, lying on the floor. So this visitor asked him, "Sir, where is your bed? Where is your utensils?" Then this after listening to that, some useless talk. What to do? You have to listen to that rubbish. So the wise man first smiles and says, "Where are your beds?" "Where is home? Where are your things?" "In the home." "So where are they now?" "Oh, we are traveling." "Yeah, I am also traveling." Just traveling through life. Why guide anything? See the beauty of the attitude. Whatever you have, you can leave it behind. And you leave behind yourself. You have your house in power. You have your wife, children, husband, everybody, they can be left behind. Body also you have, you can leave it behind. How can you leave it behind? Get lost in thinking. Your body is left behind. Right or wrong? Whether it is out of anxiety or out of excitement. A creative thinking or negative thinking. Once you are lost at your level of thinking, your body is left behind. You don't care. Right or wrong? Person who is in love loses weight. Right? Missing. Person who is anxious loses weight. Missing. Why don't you eat? What is left behind? The thought also can be left behind. Thought is left behind. You can say, "Swami is very difficult." That is because you are attempting to leave it behind. That is very difficult. Did you bring the thought? Come on. Did you bring the thought or thought comes? If thought comes, why are you pushing it out? That which comes will go. It stays because you are why is that as well? Why we meditation, discussion, we spiritual, this type of thoughts not there. That is what has killed you. A thought need not be left behind. Hey, is it necessary to dismiss something which is self-dismissing? Like my grandmother, when I was going to some 30 years old, when I was going to a village of young from Jari, and they were telling me, yeah, you should tell me when I am going to die. I said, why are you interested in that, man? Suppose you do not die, you should be worried. Just leave, you will die away. That which is self-dismissing, should you have to kill it? Should you kill a body? For what? Wasting your time on other people's time. Just leave. The body will die. Should you remove your thought? This is where the problem is. With what you have given such importance to it, you want to either have it or to remove it. That is where the problem comes. Be yourself. Be conscious. Be the consciousness who I am, in whose presence thoughts come. Before you say I, the flower is already existing before I give it a name, right or wrong. Solar system is existing. Plants, kingdom, plant kingdom, plants, animals, species, everything is existing. Before you name it pancreas, pancreas is there or not? Or because the physics book, the physiology book says pancreas, that is there. Is it so? Because the geography book says there is a continent called Asia, therefore there is a continent. Because the books, things exist, or because things exist, books are written about it. Huh? Because things exist, books are written about it. Because you are there, therefore the scriptures are written about you, or because of the scripture you are existing. So who is more important, you or the scripture? The scripture. What can I say? What can I say? Then you put some people hold the scripture on their head, and hey, it is nice to carry the book on the head, but in the head it is more meaningful. On the head, no dakshina. Whoever carries 10,000 rupees. So he gets the yajamana. That's a task that goes on everywhere. See that for yourself. Because of your name, a thing doesn't exist. So are you existing because you say I, aham, na, mu, name? Or because you are there, the sense of being is already existing, therefore you are giving it a name? Long before a name exists, flower is existing. Long before a thought is existing, consciousness is existing. Because of the, take this, because of the flower, the eyes are existing, or because the eyes are there, therefore you see the flower. Because in the flower, the eyes don't exist. Because eyes are there, therefore you see the flower. So because of the thought, you are conscious, or because you are conscious, therefore you are conscious of your thought. Because you are conscious, therefore you are conscious of a thought. Then how come thought takes precedence? How come thought takes over? How come thought takes over? Be yourself. Are you getting the point? Be yourself. So this is where comes the knowledge, the wisdom, to know of yourself as you are. Is it easy or difficult? It's not difficult. To stand where you are standing, easy or difficult? Come on. Huh? Just answer that question to yourself. Don't have to answer it to me. Are you getting that? To stand where you are standing, is it difficult or easy? To be where you are, difficult or easy? To be where I am, what difficult? You are. To be where I am, difficult or easy? Can you say easy? Easy for what? There is no effort. Easy or difficult comes only if there is an effort. The effort is not needed. You are already there. Then why this thing comes? That is because this is where it comes. After listening to this truth, many people will ask, Swamiji, what you say is very true, but in family life, in business life, in relation to people and other things, very, very difficult. Why? Because you are stuck on the role so much, you are not willing to be yourself. Difficulty, are you getting that point? Difficulty comes because you have assumed that role, taken that role, and you don't want to drop that role. I am not telling not to play that role. You must learn to play the role, not to be lost in the role. When you are lost in the role, you shall find it difficult. Because if you are lost in the role, you shall find to get out of it. Why is it so? Because people think wisdom means as though they are associated with certain behavior. That is why these two chapters, amazing, I will come back to you. They associate wisdom with certain behavior. Wise man means should not smile. Wise man means if we take tea and coffee, wise man says water. If you are coming to the main door, wise man goes through the wall. If you are eating rice, he eats leaves. If you say good morning, he shall say some nonsense. If you are talking loud, he should say. Right? You know that every funny behavior is associated with wisdom. Naturally, no normal person will ever think that he is capable of understanding. Very, very difficult. Eating garlic, finish. You are touching meat and fish, out. Married, no chance. Now, if you have been, these ideas have been drilled into your head, and you have also suffocated, overwhelmed this idea, then how shall you ever think, I shall know the truth? Because I am a Grihastha, how can I know the truth? Swami is very, very difficult. So you mean to say that people, all the renunciates are wonderful? Please understand, as much the person whoever lives in the world will have same type of situations. Ashram is a huge household. So suppose there is electricity failure, so ashram is likely to. Yesterday that big tree fell, no? So everybody in this area was under darkness. Ashram, there was a light. Why? Brahman. In fact, ashram is more trouble. Why? In a house, 2-3 people you can handle. In ashram, there is 50 people are sitting down there. House, there is 20 houses, 300, 200 houses, the electricity board cannot go and ask for money. And the ashram has to pay the money. You are in a big establishment, so you have to pay money. What will happen? Bigger trouble. The person who is not married gets into more marital problems. Because everybody is problem. My babysitting do, my husband is not there, my father not. Because he did not marry, he committed a mistake of taking care of everybody in the family. Right? He didn't want to marry or she didn't want to marry so that he can enjoy her freedom, or she can enjoy her freedom, or he can enjoy his freedom. No, because you are not married, babysit. And if you don't do that, what is this fellow? Useless. So you produce babies, I do the babysitting. Wonderful. You get into problem and I have to do that. Hey, go to the railway station, pick him up. Go to the airport, pick him up. So I am the taxi driver, right? Like parents nowadays, exalted babysitters. Come home. Why? So that baby is there, right? Wonderful. Hey, that you do, that's your choice. But please don't think that life of renunciate or life of giving up everything is wonderful. No, listen carefully. Wisdom has nothing to do with your lifestyle. You be wise and choose your lifestyle. There is as much pain in renunciation, that much pain in involvement. There is as much luxury, enjoyment in renunciation, that much luxury in the involvement. Choice is yours. Who is doing it? Therefore, don't compare. Swami, you have no responsibility. Really? You have more responsibility. That is silly. No person should say householder life is difficult. Neither any householder should say, the so-called this renunciate life is easy. No, 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 no. Difficult or easy depends on you. You can be alone and fight with your shadow. You can be the whole crowd enjoying yourself. Right or wrong, sir? Think for yourself. That is why in the scriptural tradition, they have not given a lifestyle. That this is how the wise man behaves. Krishna Sukha Tyagi, Krishna Bhogi, Drupau Janaka Raghavu, Vasishtha Karmakarta Acha, Ye Yete Jnanina Smruta. All these people are jnani, wise people. Who? Sukha Tyagi. Sukha was a renunciate. Baby, 6-year, 7-year-old walking into the forest naked. Renunciate. Krishna Bhogi. Krishna was all involvement. Drupau Janaka Raghavu. Drupa and Janaka and Raghava, Janaka and Rama, both were great kings, shouldering the responsibilities of the empire. Vasishtha Karmakartas. Vasishtha was a Karmakandin, a ritualist. Ye Yete Jnanina Smruta. All the 5 are wise people. 5 well-known names. There are 5 million people can be wise with 5 million different. Why? Sukha Tyagi only renunciate, kings, ritualist, not only wise people. No, it can be a horse rider, a cobbler, a dancer, a musician, magician. Why? You are a wise man and you are a magician or a musician. You are a wise man, are you getting that point? You are a wise man and you live a particular lifestyle. But a particular lifestyle doesn't make you wise. Because you have associated a particular lifestyle with wisdom, therefore what we say? Household very, very difficult. Household is not difficult, your wisdom is not there. The person gave you the expressions of wisdom, but person didn't give you the knowledge of yourself, therefore you make it difficult. Why is it difficult? Because when person says who you are is dependent on your renunciation, unless you give up this lifestyle you cannot understand, then it makes it difficult for you. Rather, you are there in spite of your lifestyle, in spite of your where you live, what you, whether it's a worker, no worker, whatever it is. You better understand yourself. Make it easy. Do not put preconditions. Now you can say, but Swami, you are telling like that. But Shastra says, Adhikari, somebody should be qualified. Yes, somebody should be qualified. But what is the biggest qualification? The most important thing is, are you willing? If you are willing, every qualification automatically comes. That mumukshutva. Desire for liberation. I want to be free right here and now. The moment you are interested in that, everything automatically drops. I don't want to suffer. Shankara says beautifully in Vivek Chudamani, Ayamatma Nitya Siddha. I, the self, is eternally established, ever existing. Pramane sati bhasate. When the teacher uses the pramana, uses the words, the revelation takes place. Na desham, na kalam, na suddhim apekshate. It doesn't depend upon a time, what time it is talked, what place it is revealed. Suddhim, the purities, it doesn't depend on your anything whatsoever. Because you are eternally pure, absolute. Anand. With that confidence, you understand? It's not a made up of confidence. You know, made up of confidence, what is made up of confidence? Where you have transferred the confidence. Very confident because 5 million sitting in the bank. 5 million goes insecure. Very confident because managing director, position gone. Have you not seen people walking like colossus? Next day walking like a dog with a tail between the legs. How? As long as the person is right on the top, the position is great. He is not great. The wealth is great. Everything is what is depending upon. When that goes away, the person collapses. That is why desperation to hold on to it. Not many people want to drop the position. Not many people want to drop anything because without that they are a cipher. Totally nothing. When you are somebody by your own right as to who you are, thereafter anything, you don't have to drop, sir. It drops. It drops. If you want to drop, that's your choice. But you don't have to push it because it will drop. That is what the Tenali Raman understood very well. As it comes to Birbal's story, Raman's story, the one day the king was very angry with the boy. And he said, you are going to die. Death is your punishment. because you displease the king. Death is your punishment. Everybody was very miserable. He said, how can you? Because this fellow, he entertains everybody, makes everybody happy, laughing, joking, He said, how can you do that? Everybody went and told the king, please spare him. The king said, all right. King also doesn't want to kill him, but in an angry moment he said, okay, he killed him. Now there was way out because everybody is telling him. He knew this fellow is too smart, he will have a find a way out. He said, all right, you shall die. Because everybody is talking, you gave us so much wonderful time, I give you a choice. The way you want to die, whichever way you wish to die, that shall be granted to you. You want to have a little poison, injection, drowning, whatever way. He said, Maharaj, I want to die of old age. How many people can think in that line? Because first thing that gets into our head is die. Once you say how to die, living part is forgotten. It just doesn't exist in our head anymore. Die. Just see that. Brilliance. So every time the person is prepared to prepare myself, prepare your body, prepare your mind, prepare your thoughts. So remove this vasana, remove this thought, remove that one, and you should have this unless you are born into this particular family, particular caste. You are going on putting. Are you interested in freeing the prisoner, or are you interested in putting more and more shackles around him? What is your idea? What is your idea? Your idea of freedom is put more and more shackles around his head and neck and the tail? Remove it. If ultimately everything is going to be removed, don't push this one now. What is important is only one thing, I. Of course, it needs tremendous amount of maturity. Why am I talking to this audience like that? Because educated. Today we are educated people. We know our problems. We are not stupid. However much we have, those days people are thinking, my husband, my parents only forced me to marry. Now there is no forced marriage. My parents only forced me to do this. There is no such thing now. More and more educated, everybody is choosing his life. Whatever you have chosen, whatever you are doing, it you have chosen, most of the time. And certain times when you are educated, you know that you are, you have chosen a particular lifestyle. But even in spite of that, there is a problem. Is there anybody who doesn't feel it? Is there anybody? A moment comes when emptiness comes. That is the time, if lucky to come across a tradition, a teacher, which introduces us to ourselves. The difficulty, as I told you, comes up because we have been told, we have associated wisdom with a lifestyle. That is why people say, since I am in this station, how can I understand the truth? Look at Krishna Bhagavan. While teaching the second chapter, Arjuna asked, oh, Lord, please tell me, Sthita Pragyasya ka bhasa? How do you describe a wise man? Sthita Pragya. Pragya Sthita, who is abiding in himself. Sthita di kim pravaseta, Sthita di, or the buddhi, intelligence. It has done its job. Nothing more to achieve, nothing more to see. Pravaseta kim, does he speak? If he speaks, katham pravaseta, how does he speak? Kim pravaseta, what does he talk? Brajeta kim, does he move? If he moves, how does he move? Because for our average person, they want to know how the wise man lives, how does he talk, what dresses he wears, what food he eats, so that they can eat the same food, they can walk that way, they can use that language, then they will pass as wise man. Will it be putting on a Gandhi cap? Can you become a Gandhi? Putting on a khadar, can anybody be a Gandhi? Hanging a stethoscope, can you become a doctor? Hanging a black gown, can you become a lawyer? Uniform. A wise man may smile, but just because you're smiling, you're not a wise man. So because for you, smiling means wise man. Swami, very difficult to smile because I am miserable. So that is why you find it difficult, because you associate wisdom with smiling. You associate wisdom with not being angry. You associate wisdom with, are you getting that point, please? Wisdom means never to be anxious. Wisdom means never to get angry. Wisdom means what? Always to be kind. Wisdom means even if a stone falls on your neck, you should say, very nice. Who said that? Both shall be there. Listen carefully. You cannot escape, whether it is wise or otherwise. Enlightened person, ordinary person, avatar or monkey or avatar, descendant. Avatar means one who descends, no. God himself or a monkey, it doesn't make any difference. As long as you are in the world, you shall suffer the limitations of time and space. That is why Bhagavan says, he did not, so when Arjuna asked this question, Krishna never said, how does he speak? Softly. How does he walk? Models walking. Does he move? Yes, he moves. How does he move? Swimming all the time. Never. He never said this type of speech, type of action. No. He told the mind. Wise man, wisdom is the self. It's a mind. Mind is not a mind, okay? It's a vision. It's understanding of yourself, who you are. And when you see that, and that is what he said, if you have that, you are a wise man. Then other things will be common. Dukheshu anudvignamana, sukheshu vigata spruha, vitaraga bhayakrodha stitathirmuni ruchyate. Dukheshu anudvignamana. Hey Arjuna, that person who has no anxiety, dukheshu, dukkha prapaka ghatanasu. There shall be situations in life which will be painful. Thunder, lightning, landslide, accident, loss of everything. Can you say very nice? No. Such things will come for the wise also. No anxiety, because you are settled, abiding in yourself. Sukheshu vigata spruha. Also situations will happen which are very conducive. Everything is glorious. Hike in your payment, new houses, new car, new husbands, new wives, new children, all nonsense, everything, that also will happen. All these things will happen. Vigata spruha, there is no craving that it should continue. No. Sthitati. As much is, as I told you yesterday, happy to be comfortable, happy to be uncomfortable. Any situation comes, fine. That is wisdom. Wisdom is not that only comfortable people are wise people. Then uncomfortable, I can never be comfortable. Only householders are sadhus, only sannyasis, renunciates are the wise people. I'm not a renunciate. No. Are you getting that point, please? The fundamental shift must take place inside. Who you are is not a lifestyle. You are not a Brahmana, nor a Vaishya, nor a Kshatriya, nor a Shudra, nor a Brahmachari, nor a Grihastha, nor a Sannyasi, nor Jati. How many times Bhagavan says in all these slokas, and everywhere you can see that. Everywhere it has been revealed so very nicely. Naham Yakshya, na Rakshasa. Neither I am a man, nor Daitya, nor Manushya, nor Daitya. Neither I am a man, nor I am a demigod, nor I am a demon. Nothing. Nothing. Jati, Niti, Kula, Gotra, Duragam. There is no Jati, no Niti, no Kula, no Gotra. Nama, Rupa, Guna, Dosha, Barjitam. No name, no form, no limitations of any kind. Nama Rupa Guna Dosha Barjita Desha Kala Vishayati Vartiyat Brahma Tat Tattvamasi Iti Bhavaya. That which is Desha Kala Vishayati Varti, available at all times, all places, in all conditions, beyond all times, beyond all places, beyond all conditions, that is yourself, Tad Brahma Tvamasi, that you are. Ahamasmi iti knowledge. Having seen it, then what body? Any body. Childhood, yes. Youth, wonderful. Old age, nice. Diseased, whoa. Healthy, fantastic. Living, wow. Dying, celebration. One who has celebrated his life will celebrate his death. Can it last forever? What is the idea of 2 days extension? 200 years wasted, 2 days I must live more. For what? What nonsense. You understand people desperate as 70, 80, 90-year-old, what is it? 1 day more, 1 year, 90 years wasted, 1 year more, what's the need? At least when you are 40, 30, 40, 1 year extension, at least something you can go and climb a mountain and come back. A 90-year-old, 1 day, 1 more, so I want to look at my thing, look. Seafood, right? I want to see things. What rubbish! Think, friends. Absolutely. That is why the teacher here, I was floored by these verses. Ideas coming in, I said, whoa. The teacher has revealed it, the student has revealed. Okay? The first 2 chapters over. The 3rd chapter now begins, the teacher begins. Why? Because there is a possibility of the student equating a lifestyle with wisdom. So he shall pretend to be very holy. Listen carefully. Because he is a wise man, you see. Listen carefully. Just like you ask a question, both sides you shall see. Ordinary man closes his eyes. What is your average person's commentary? Just because you are closing eyes, don't think you are in meditation, you know. Because he is an ordinary person. If he is closing his eyes, what shall you say? If you have already concluded, listen carefully, it's a very careful statements. If you have already concluded that this person is ordinary, doesn't know anything, if he closes his eyes, what shall you say? Oh, you think just by closing your eyes you are in meditation, huh? That is not meditation. Okay. Do you see his ignorance? Do you see his wisdom? But you have already concluded that person is ignorant. Same way. Just because somebody puts on a cloth or somebody puts on a nice dress, somebody vegetarian, something like that, what do you say? A wise man. So you have already concluded that the person is wise. Then suppose he is riding a motorcycle. He is going in driving a car. Or he put on some nice dress and is smoking about. He thought this fellow is a wise man. Look at the style, boy. So everybody has to live up to your judgment of wisdom and ignorance. You understand the point, sir? Why people suffer? Why people try to conform with what the other people will say? Mullah told very nicely. Mullah one day was walking, he was going along with his students. The donkey, he was riding his donkey, but he was looking at the rear. You know, how do you sit on a horse or a donkey? Head side, looking head side or back side? Head side. But he was looking back side of the donkey. The students were also coming behind him, following him. So he was going very nicely on the road. The donkey is going this way, but he is looking that way. Naturally, everybody started looking at it. What is this fellow, not case? Now, the students started feeling terrible also. Because when people think that Guru is like not case, what the students will be thinking? Then they somehow picked up courage and asked, sir, why are you going like this? You know, what is people are telling? He said, why are you listening to people? What is our tradition? There should be respect, mutual respect. Now suppose you walk in front. Why are you walking behind me? Because if you walking in front of me and I am going in front of you, behind you, you are showing your back to me. So that is disrespect. Yes. Now suppose I go in the donkey looking towards that and you are behind me, I am also showing disrespect to you. What is the best way of mutual respect? You look at me, I look at you, donkey goes. No, just think of it. This is. But people have already decided that this is what should be. The wise person means must live like that. Therefore, what do you say? I don't know. the more and more exotic colors you add to the life of a wise man, the more and more you make it impossible for you to be wise, because you have to fulfill all your expectations that you are trying to see it in other person. Are you getting that point, please? Everybody wants other man to be very kind himself. No. I know, hey, if you want to, please understand that I really don't know what to say. Everybody wants to see beautiful bodies. Think, you want to see beautiful body. Now, tell me, which is the body you are seeing every day? Your body. Now, if you want to see a beautiful body, which body you should make beautiful? Your body. No, I am a connoisseur. So I go there, sit down, the Miss Universe, Mr. Universe contest. For what? For what? Wasting your time. You can escape for 10 minutes or 10 hours looking at this nonsense, come back home to your stupid body. Right? Think. You want to listen to beautiful music? If you can sing, fine. Hey, everybody cannot do everything. So to have a good painting, I must be a painter. To be a good singer, I must be a good singer. To see dancing, I must be a good dancer. To have a body, I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is certain things like qualification. Singing, dancing, other things, everybody cannot do everything. But your body is your body. At least you can keep it healthy, that much. Then come to your mind. Shall you see? Understand, I'm not telling that everybody must be a physicist, mathematician. Impossible, you cannot be. But your emotions, happiness, being yourself, who you are. You want to see something, you want to be happy, be happiness itself. You want to love, be the love itself. You want to be kind, be the kindness itself. You want to be secure, be the security itself. But what we try to do? We want to see other people. And with other people do not leave my expectation, I want to destroy them. Other people must be. You must be kind. If you are not kind, I am very angry with you. Hey, you want me to be kind, then why are you not kind with me being not kind? Are you getting that point, please? Do you understand that? Very simple. What is tolerance? Tolerance means what? To accept everybody's viewpoint. Are you getting that point? To accept everybody's viewpoint. Listen. But suppose that you are fanatic, and what do you say? This fellow is terribly fanatic. So, you are so tolerant that you are intolerant about tolerance. You are totally intolerant because that the fellow is not a tolerant, you are intolerant about it. You cannot tolerate that the person is not tolerant. It's a very, very crafty thing. It's like intellectuals think, oh, I don't believe in anything. Some people nowadays you can see arrogant, educated people, what will say? I don't believe in any of this stuff. I don't believe in this. Really? You don't believe in? What you don't believe in? I don't believe in God, I don't believe in these scriptures, I don't believe in all these things. So, I'm an unbeliever. Put the trap back on him. You are a non-believer. You don't believe in anything, but you have a strong belief in disbelief. Are you getting that point, please? You challenge the belief of the ordinary person, he will be disturbed. You challenge his disbelief, he will be disturbed. Because disbelief is his belief. Can't escape. Think, friends. So when this knowledge, that is why, instead of trying to see how the other person lives, look at yourself. No judgment. Bhagavan never says, how does the wise man person lives? He never said, he walks this way, talks this way. No, he talks about a mind. Engineer is not a screwdriver driving a car. Engineer is a knowledge. Wisdom is a vision. Lawyer is not a black gown, as I told you. Information is not a doctor is not a stethoscope. This is a vision. These are all expression. Wisdom, you be yourself who you are. Then how you live, depends on your status of life. You first be yourself. Then, suppose you say, I can be in meditation, closing my eyes, fine. I don't want to open my eyes, fine. But what is the ordinary stage? Please go back to that point. If you have already concluded this man is ignorant, even if he closes his eyes, you shall laugh at him. If you already decided because of certain things, this man is already wise, then you start laughing at him. How come he is considered himself wise and he is a boy flying a plane? Where was the law written that a wise man should not fly a plane? Or he should not live in a palace? Or he should not live in a hut tent? Oh no, wise man means only in a hut tent. Who said that? A wise man may live in a hut tent, but living in a hut tent doesn't make you wise. Are you getting that point? That is why, watch out. You find it difficult to appreciate, how can we live this truth because we are in this type of lifestyle? No. Be wise. And then choose where, whatever your lifestyle is. Be wise. If you are married already, enjoy the marriage, family, life, everything. If you have already renunciate. No, I want to give up that one. Okay, give up. But take care of everybody. Never associate one particular lifestyle with wisdom. That is what is very important. When you look at Krishna, suppose you say, how much can I talk about? This is the verse here, this line. Because the teacher is very careful. By chance the student is doing, he should not, suppose he is, the story that he is talking about, like, how can you arthas and rati? You are very happy with yourself, but I see you earning money and all these things, gathering security, like yesterday we saw that. After the teacher goes on challenging like this, deliberately, to shake the student, the next chapter when you see that, you will see that. The student will say, let me tell it out before you go to the second chapter. The student will say, hey, it looks like same for ignorant and the wise, but I am not lost in that. That you are lost or not lost, who should decide? Only you can decide. Sir, this wisdom has got how universal, far-reaching implications, you understand? How beautiful. Your life will be so beautiful. It's like you are a part of the nature itself. How this creation lives. Think. You shall be part of the universal existence. How does the tree live? Tree lives for itself. While living for itself, it lives for others. It does not live only for others. While living for itself, it lives for others. Same thing you. While living for yourself, you live for others. I am happy with others. But if you are unhappy, you shall make everybody unhappy. I am in love with myself, therefore I am loving everybody. But what is the ideal? Love everybody, and if they don't allow you, don't agree with you, kill them. Crusaders, right? Religious so-called love and affection. What is that? Love everybody, but if they don't agree with you, kill them. Because you cannot convert them, right? What a waste! To love everybody, you must love yourself. To give others happiness, you must be happy. To give knowledge, you must have the knowledge. Simple. To give money, you should have the money. To give knowledge, you must have the knowledge. To give the happiness, you must be happy. If you don't have it, how are you going to give it? In reality, you cannot give happiness to anybody because happiness is yourself. Comfort to everyone. You can give comfort to everyone. That is the principle is one. If you cannot give comfort to somebody, please don't give discomfort. Happiness is already there. You don't give comfort to somebody, don't give discomfort. I can't help me? No, don't destroy me. That's enough. Huge help. So please see this now. Okay, we'll go into this now, the verses. Bhagavan so nicely says, Sarvabhuteshu Atmanam Sarvabhutani Atmani Mune Janata Ascharyam Mamatvam Anuvartate. We have already seen the verses. That one who sees Sarvabhutastham Atmanam, sees himself everywhere and everything in himself, how can he say Mamatvam Anuvartate, my body? So suppose the student, after getting this knowledge, is now, let us say, very simple example you can take. Both the guru, disciples, everybody is walking down. Suppose there is a food place. The food is to be eaten. The teacher, the student picks up his food and goes to him. When you pick up your food and go to yourself, to take your food, it can have two types of connotation. Some people can perceive and tell, see that fellow, how selfish. Give it the plate to others before you eat it. So it will be sign of total selfishness. Before giving it to others, he is taking it, you see, and he considers himself wise. That action can be interpreted or not. You go with your friends, you go to a movie. Hey, wise man, so you seeing the movie also. You go for a walk in the beach for sunrise. Not bad. Instead of meditating at home in the ashram or in somewhere, the person is sunrise and also doing aerobics. See. Because wise man means you should not do aerobics. Wise man means you should have, the biggest possible stomach. So that people feed to get punyam, so that you die early with diabetes and heart attack. Why think you sadhus die? The guys don't cook, but why do they die so early? Everybody feeds them best of the food, and he is not supposed to do any exercise also. Then what will happen? What will happen? It is like Indian tradition. The girl should always marry the older person. Meaning, if you are 20, you should marry somebody 25, 26, 30. The woman should marry the elderly person. Elderly person means, more age, older person, not elderly. Okay, older person. She is 30, she should marry 35, like that. But what is her greatness? She should die sadhava. Sadhava means what? She should die before her husband dies. Are you not asking for an impossibility in time? The younger one must marry the elderly one, but must die early, so that she is a great woman. What a headache! I don't know how the women take it also. The men to perpetuate it. Wise men? Oh. So, eat. We are going to get punya, so eat and die. Right? Okay. When you see this, the person will say, how can he be so a wise man? Just like an ignorant person, suppose. You consider he is an ordinary ignorant person. Suppose he goes there and sits down in the same beach, quietly, sit down quietly. Oh, just see the show off. Just because sitting down looking at the sunrise, closing the eyes, he is a wise man. Now this is known as the idle talk. The teacher warns against this idle talk. You don't look at yourself that way, so when you are doing something which looks ordinary, you better be yourself the extraordinary who you are. Let not so-called actions appear that you are a wise person. That should not, the so-called action should not prove that you are a wise man. Neither you can get lost in so-called actions, which usually is associated with ignorance. But high time, friends, you get out of this consideration of associating an action with the wisdom or ignorance. That is why Bhagavan says in Gita, Kim karma, kim akarmeti, kavaya pitrimohita, kahana karmano gati. Nobody can ever say whether the action is right or wrong. Nobody. That is why Bhagavan says very clearly, I shall tell you what is action, kim karma, kim akarma, what is inaction, bikarma, what is prohibited action, I will tell you. Then what did he say? Doesn't say anything. Doesn't name a single action. but gives you the attitude behind the action. Karmani akarmaya pasyet. Akarmani cha karmayah sa buddhiman manusyeshu. One who sees the non-active absolute self in every action, and when he sees in the so-called actionlessness, inactivity, sees the ever-existing pure consciousness self, that is the man, wise man. So for such a person, activity, inactivity makes no difference. Can you therefore pass? Can you ever find somebody's motive? Only you can see for yourself. Only you. If everybody takes that responsibility, do you think the world will be miserable? And a person who is so happy with himself, will he ever make other people unhappy and miserable? Where is your time for it? Have you seen happy people sitting down together and conspiring to destroy somebody? Very happily sitting down, laughing, joking, everything, and thinking how to murder that fellow. Impossible. And how to destroy somebody? No. Happy people. In fact, happy people in one way are very, very vulnerable because defense drop. Happy people don't take care of any, they don't hurt anybody. Therefore, their defense also drops. Because they think nobody will hurt them, but people can hurt them. But if he feels hurt, what type of wisdom is that? That is why he shall stand in himself. Who is he? We'll see now. It comes. Let me go into the verse, or else we will go into that. I'll just connect it. Listen, see. You just go to number 9, which is the last one I said. I'll go before that. Before going to 7, 8, I'll go to 9 first. Dhirastu bhojyamanopi pidyomanopi sarvada atmanam kevala pashyan na tushyati na kupyati. Dhiraha, the one who is dhira. Dhira, as I told you, dhir, buddhim vishayabhya rati pratigruhnati. One who is capable of withdrawing onto himself, effortlessly, always with himself. Like, as Bhagavad Gita will give the example of the kurmonganiva sarvasaha. The kurma is turtle. The turtle will go with all the 4 legs, tail and the head, going out. The moment it senses danger, how effortlessly withdraws. Withdraws into what? Security. The same. So security is already there. With legs and tail out, he was going. Then you withdraw. So withdrawal means what? Withdrawal necessarily means involvement. Unless you involve, can you withdraw? So that means the turtle was walking, saw something, withdraw. Always in protection, walking. Saw the relative danger, withdraw. Same thing. You are always in the protection of yourself, who you are, with your sense organs, out into the world. The moment you see something, not that when you are walking out, you are away from your security. No. Just like the turtle carries his home, you carry your happiness. But you are the happiness. You are the security. You are the absolute. Happily negotiating, going around. Now happily withdraw. For people, those who do not have the sight of the absolute, only going around is happiness. Therefore withdrawal is a punishment. When you put somebody in a jail, a criminal when you put in a jail, because he was enjoying outside, he is punished inside. Gandhi will write the autobiography. Many people, Gandhi means such people who are intellectual prisoners, like in Siberia, Alexander Solzhenitsyn. The people who court arrest are not criminals. The people who help other people to win, suppose I allow you to win, who is the winner? In a game, if you allow somebody to win, who is the winner? If you court arrest, who is the person who is free? So the person, if you consider going out is freedom, then coming back, it becomes a restriction. But when you are happy with yourself, happy to move out, happy to. Happy to be at home, happy to be outside, happy to be young, happy to be old, happy to be living, happy to be dying. Therefore, such a person, bhujyamanepi, now it is buffeted, bhujyamana, recognized. Everybody adores him. All adoration, adulation, congratulations, everything follows. Or pidyamano bi sarvada, or suddenly pidyamana. Pidyamana means everybody says, rascal, rogue, stupid, pidyamana. The world rejects you. Can you reject yourself? Because the world accepts you, there will you feel accepted. Because the world accepts because you fulfill certain expectations. The day you do not fulfill certain expectations, you are rejected. So therefore, since the world rejects you, shall you reject yourself? This is wisdom. You are happy with yourself. Bhujyamanepi pidyamanepi. Atmanam kevalam pashyan. Seeing himself, kevalam atmanam pashyan. Knowing himself who he is and not identifying with what he has. Na tushyati, na kupyati. When buffeted, congratulated, adored, worshipped, recognized, na tushyati, doesn't feel great. Nothing is being done, na kupyati, it doesn't matter anymore. Mahanarayana Upanishad will say, Vrikshavat tisthase, like a tree you stand, Chidyamanepi na kupyeta na kampeta. Chidyamanepi, when the person who is taking shelter under the tree, who is cutting the tree? To cut the tree, you must take a shelter, no? Stand there under the tree, no? You stand under the tree and then cut the tree. When you are cutting the tree, what happens? The tree will say what? Angry? Na kupyeta, na kampeta. Neither is angry nor it trembles. This tree of life, you are the root consciousness everywhere. Sometimes time snatches you, sometimes ultimately time only snatches, no, whatever happens. Na kupyeta na kampeta, na tushyati na kupyeti. Therefore, shall we say therefore, only these type of situations will come to me, this type of situation will not come to me. Can you control it? Shall we say only sunshine should be there, only rain should be there? That is why nature does not listen to anybody's prayer. Because you have got your daughter's marriage, you say sunshine. The fellow who has put the seed in the ground, he says rain. What the God will do? One person goes and prays, oh Lord, please give me the promotion. The fellow whose departure will make you facilitate your promotion, he also to facilitate your promotion, your senior either should be transferred or dead. So when you are asking for promotion, what are you asking for? You are praying for his transfer or death. Now that man goes to the same God and says, let me be here only. So whom shall he listen? That is why you think you have prayed God. Things are done. It's like in Western countries, they have got when you are crossing a line in a traffic light, they have got a pressing. When you press, they think this light will change. It's not for the psychological satisfaction that I have pressed. The light will change exactly when it is subject to change. But they are just pressing it up so that they think, same thing. Prayer is for beautiful satisfaction. Prayer means what? You are wishing. It's very nice satisfaction that I have told to God. But the other person has told exactly the other side. What the God will do now? Which one is right? Continue to pray, friends, for your satisfaction. Result, Lord's grace. But ultimately, that should come out of your satisfaction with yourself, who you are. And such a person. Okay, go next to ordinary. The other one. Udhutam jnana durmitram avadharya ati durva. Udhutam kama. Listen. Desires can come in life. When you are happy with yourself also, perception is there, sensation is there, thoughts can come. Average person always gets overwhelmed by this type of thought. Because from childhood onwards it has been done. No. As a child, how do you behave? You see the balloon, I want the balloon. You see the flute, I want the flute. You see anything, I want it. How do you say I want? Listen carefully. This is not childhood stuff, this is most adult stuff. How does the child say, I want the flute? First you must see the flute, right or wrong? If the flute is never seen, can he desire for a flute? Okay, sees the flute. When they see the flute, the thought comes the flute. The flute outside, is it a desire? The flute inside, is it a desire? The flute inside is a thought. When does it become a desire? I want it. Unconsciously the child is picking it up, I want it. And that unconscious picking up continues 70-year-old child, 80-year-old child, 90-year-old child, 30-year-old child, 40-year-old child. Thought comes, the person doesn't understand the distance between who he is and the thought that he has. Are you getting that point? This is life, friends. This is life, not simple, stupid philosophy. This is life. Thought is not a desire, right or wrong? So when somebody says, don't have a desire, what people think? Swami, I have so many desires. You don't have desires, you have thoughts. When you convert a thought to a desire, are you getting that point? When you convert, I thought, the I converts a thought to a desire, object becomes a desirable. Unless you, are you getting that? You can fix your problem. You don't get nobody in this world. That is why the teacher teaches and disappears. What Bhagavan said to Arjuna? Think it over well and live your life. Don't come back to again, what shall I do? What shall I cook today? What rubbish. Live your life. When you take a driving instruction from your instructor, do you take the addresses where you should drive to? You know your destinations. See that point. A thought is not a desire. Do you understand? Let it be printed in your head. You convert. Don't say, Kenapi devena hridistitena. That is the helpless state of everybody. That Duryodhana speaks. Oh Lord, I don't know. What is it? Janami dharmam. This everybody says, Janami dharmam nachame prabhuti. I know what is right, but I don't know what to do. Janami adharmam nachame. I know what is wrong, but I am forcefully, pushed towards it. But the person doesn't want to take responsibility. That is Duryodhana, that is average person. Kenapi devena hridistitena. Some God sitting down there, yatha niyuktosmi tatha karomi. As he pushes me, that is how I do. In English, Shakespeare will say, as flies to the wanton boys, we are to the gods, they kill us for their sport. Flies are there, so gods are also killing us. In Odia we say, Daiva Daudi, Manisha Gai, Janiki Odare, Teni Jai. We are absolutely stupid. Daiva Daudi, the God you want to do, then you say Janiki Odare, Janiki Gai. Right? But as long as you could do what you want to do, I did it. Success, I studied. Failure, God did it. True. Marriage worked, we did it. Did not work, mommy. Father only forced. True. See that, let it be printed. An object is not desire. A thought is not desire. Who is doing it? Without a thought, can you act? This is beautiful. Without a thought, can you act? So, when you are acting, the Guru is pointing out to you, watch out. How come you are acting ati durbalaha? Even though you can see the people, body has grown old, but the kama api tarunayate, the desire is becoming younger. You are going around the objects. The Guru is challenging. The teacher, the student will say, no. What you say is true. But when I go, it is not like that. That will come the next time. Next verse. But average person's life is like that. Thought comes, the person goes on. That is why, by chance a 40, 50, 60, 70, 80-year-old wants to enjoy a movie or going to some place, what shall you say? Look at the fellow, old man, and wants to enjoy. That means if you are an old person, you are not supposed to see, hear, taste or smell, right? What a waste! Learn how to live your life, not to live. To keep yourself healthy, shall you not food at all? Shall you not eat food at all, or know how to eat? To keep yourself alive, no, sir, eating sir killing me, therefore I am not eating. You will be dead. To keep yourself alive, you must know how to eat, not to eat. Money is a problem, therefore I give up the money. Really? Now how to use the money, not to earn money. How to use the emotion, not to use the emotions. How to use the thought, not to use the thought. You understand the difference. But the Guru challenges. Why? Chances are the fellow will lose himself. The thought is there. He is criticizing him. Still, so much you are affected by your desires, moving around. That's nice, no? Then the teacher has to, then the student has to say, no, I am not like that. Ascharyam kamamam kanche. How the people, even in old means when the senses are dilapidated, or old does not necessarily mean old 70, 80, 90, 80-year-old. It's not like that. It's not like that. Old man is not old in the body. A person old with experience also can be tired. You can be 20-year-old but tired of watching a movie because you have seen enough. But there can be 70-year-old feeling very excited because they have never seen a movie. So old age, don't think that your physical old age is old age. That's all stupid. Your mind. Understand? And also, not only enjoyment, but also Iha amutra viraktasya nitya vivekinaha ascharyam mokshakamasya mokshadeva viveshika. And see how life really helps you. Life brings you moksha. Listen carefully. Life gives you liberation. Not talking about absolute. Absolute is already there. You are already free. But the life also grants you freedom. Please see how life is granting freedom. When you are young, your body is young, seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, smelling. What happens? As a result, from the longer distance you see, you can be getting attracted by more objects. Right or wrong? One who can hear the music from a long distance, hey, where is that sound coming from? Let's go. Suppose you cannot hear. Are you getting that? So as time passes, God's creation, see the beauty. As the time passes, we become naturally introverted because incapacity. In the youth, we are naturally extroverted because extraordinary capacity. The eyes can see, the tongue can taste, the nose can smell, the skin can touch, the ear can hear. Therefore, naturally extroverted. See, hear, taste, touch, smell. Wow. Are you getting that? Naturally extroverted. Then as the time passing, what happens? When you are 30 itself, why? Can't see from a distance. Nature is receiving, sending you message, go back. Cannot hear from a distance. What is that? Cannot hear. Sense of touch, taste, smell goes down. The nature is telling, withdraw. Very beautifully Kalidasa writes in Raghuvamsa. Everybody wants Rama to be the next king. But Dasaratha is not going now. It's like Queen Elizabeth is still standing, Prince Charles will die the prince. Poor thing. Elizabeth is not going, what to do? So what is this? The Dasaratha is not going. Everybody loves Rama, but he is not going. So Kalidasa writes nicely. Time comes and whispers. When the hair becomes white here, when you grow old, I mean as it aging, the hair starts becoming whiter here. That means the time is telling near the ear, hey, you are now getting old, give that boy the kingdom and go. Time is sending message. No more outside, no see, no hear, no taste. So go into yourself. But what we do? Specs, hearing aid, false tooth. Hey, I'm not telling you should not do that. Do it for convenience, not for happiness, for longevity. Convenience with tooth penning. Change it. Can't I see? Specs. Why not? Today, the latest news, I was looking at it. I always look at the science news latest. They are discovering a particular jab, injection now, which will block one particular protein in the body, which shall cure hundreds of diseases just like that. Heavily experimenting on it now. And there is a cholesterol thing also. International Herald Tribune yesterday, cholesterol thing. One person had a cholesterol level of 14. They couldn't believe it. Bad cholesterol level. 14. But he was happily living. How did it manage? Some particular gene from his father and mother's side. Now they are working on it. How to create that and give it to everybody so that everybody will be free from bad cholesterol. How amazing. Don't say that these fellows are stuck with life, then we should stop with death or what? Living is our privilege, not dying, but must know how to live. This teaching gives us how to live, not to live. If in the name of religion somebody tells me not to live, that's a different thing. How to see, not to see. How to think, not to think. But the time has beautiful arrangement. Young, strong, extrovert. Now takes it back. Meaning, come back to yourself. You cannot see from a distance. Memory also fails. Believe me, I am telling a real life statement. Day before yesterday, I was traveling with a 72-year-old young person. And we were trying to know each other for a long time. But now his memory is failing. So I asked him, hey, do you remember this? He can't remember anybody, only to his wife he remembers now. To me, he little remembers because we are very friendly. And few people, but other friends he just doesn't remember. So coming, I said, can I ask you a question? He said, yes. I said, what do you remember? He said, why remember? Effortlessly. I said, do you remember this? He said, why remember? I was struck. So only thing is there is a difference between your choosing not to involve with remembrance and helplessly forgetting. Helplessly, understand? Everybody helplessly forget, because forgetting is not your job. But you can choose to remember, because sometimes somebody points out something, you remember. But by itself, what you remember is not your choice again, because you are sitting down, what thoughts coming, do you know that? Do you understand these principles? As you sit down, what will come to your head, do you know? Do you decide? But if I say, hey, see that, do you remember that seaside? Yes, Swamiji. I reminded it to you, and you remember. But that person will not remember it anymore. So when he says, why remember? Not that out of wisdom, not out of strength, but he has come to a statement. Why remember? Why? Even if you don't, you are still there. So a thought, just because a thought is there, it does not mean action. You don't have to be extrovert. I am happy with this myself. When the thought is coming, to express the thought at the level of the body or not to express should be your conscious decision. When you choose not to express, it will have a different result. When you choose to express, it will have a different result. Accept both. Are you getting that point, please? So, in which lifestyle? Whether you put three-piece suit, no suit, ordinary cloth, ochre cloth, green cloth, he is just an astronaut, top to toe cover going to Mars or the moon, every person. This is true for every person. So, when the life itself is releasing all of us, moksha kamasya mokshadeva vibhishika. Hey, are you really interested in freedom? Yes. Then why are you afraid when the nature is giving you freedom? Why are you afraid when the body is going? With the body, living with the body is not freedom. Understand carefully. Living with the body is not bondage either. Living with the body is to be alive. Living without the body means being without the body is being yourself. The body shall go. You cannot hold on to the body all the time. So the nature had provided us a body, now the nature takes it away. Did we enjoy the gift? That is the most important thing. Did you enjoy the gift of this physical body? Gift of this beautiful mind, being with ourselves. So, can you have that fear from when everything drops out? Should you be afraid? That itself gives you. Are you getting that? Oh, my husband is gone, my wife is gone, my children they are supposed to go. If they are not going, something wrong with it. My money is disappearing. Then money is always remain like that or what? It is losing value. Of course, it will lose value. It is gaining value. It's okay. That relative things will be always there, up and down. But you are absolutely steady with yourself. So that is such attitude, dhira, bhujyamanepi, whether everything that he likes comes or what he doesn't like also comes. He has no likes and dislikes. That is a wrong statement. The situations that are conducive happen around. There are also circumstances, situations which are inconducive, uncomfortable, also shall come around. But in both the situations, you are absolutely happy with yourself. Just think of it. Read next. Cheshtamanam sariram swam pashyati anya sariravat sanstave chapi nindayam katham kshubhyet mahasayah maya matramidam vishwam Pashyan vigata kautukaha api sannihito mrutyau katham trashyati dhiradihi. One story comes to my mind, when somebody talks about this, let it not be an ideal. You should not be affected by anything, don't be affected by desire, this positive thinking. Somebody must tell you how to do that. Because these positive thinking books, when you read, who doesn't say, you must be happy, you should never be angry, you should be doing all these things. I know. But how? Tell me that. That is why religious discourses are all discourses on idealism. Realism, nil. How? The fellow will be talking, never be jealous of somebody, but he is very jealous, the other person speaks better than him. Suppose the person who says, you should not be jealous of anybody, then you go and just after the talk is over, you say, Maharaj or Sir, you talk wonderfully. But yesterday I went to somebody's talk. Wow, man, that was out of the world. He will not look at you. Because how can somebody be better than him, you see? It doesn't work. Because, please understand, everybody knows what he should be, but they don't know how to be. Who doesn't know? I should be kind, compassionate, who doesn't know that? The teacher says, or the counselor say that positive thinkers will talk about it, but the secret, how to be that? They are like, mullah. One day, mullah went to market and he purchased one basket of vegetable he purchased. Then he asked a man, to carry it to his house. The person comes there, then the person asks, if it pleases your Effendi, means your Highness, if it pleases your Highness, please tell me the address where I shall take it. Then the mullah stands looking surprised. He said, I thought you were a gentleman. You are a ruffian. You are a rogue. You are a rascal. You want to find out my home address, then go and steal something from that place, rob my house. How do you like that idea? You want him to deliver the basket of vegetables to your house, but you don't want to give him the address. What will you do? So, the sermons from the mount, or the sermons from the table, or the sermons from the chair, or sermons from the pandal is what? Be kind, be nice. How? Don't ask me. That is not teaching, that is cheating himself and others. Look at yourself, please. How do I do this? I must know how to do that. That is where comes the knowledge of being yourself. Please appreciate. That is where comes the scriptures doesn't tell you be kind. Don't have the desires. No. The first requirement is you be yourself. Why is this first requirement be by myself? Meaning what it means is, at this moment, as I told you, at this moment you are taking all that you have to be who you are. Please just correct that little mistake. Nothing more. You understand? He is not asking you to change the world. Remove your eyes. Remove your tongue. Dismiss everybody. Dismiss the world. Dismiss everything. Dismiss God. No, nothing should be dismissed. Call it the creation. Call it creator. Call it God. Call it faith. Call it lack of faith. Body. Whatever it is. Thoughts. Everything has a place. You better fix up yourself. Are you getting that point? How simple it is. What is your attempt? We are trying to change everybody except ourselves. Why everybody disappointed? But the other persons are not changing. Let them not change. You change. You be yourself. Without yourself suffering, without yourself undergoing any type of turbulence, conflict, pain, always steady with yourself, but move with people as they are. They will change. Remember that beautiful story of Vasishtha. Just a reference I'll go. Rama asked Vasishtha, how do I live in this world? So many useless people fighting, conflicting, all that. How do I live in this world? Vasishtha asked a simple question. Rama, when you walk on this world, how many surfaces you come across? Sometimes stone, sometimes ice, sometimes hot sand, sometimes thorn, sometimes simple sand. When you are walking, the hot sand will heat up your, the soles, the feet, scorch your feet. Cold will freeze your feet. The thorn will prick your feet. What shall you do? Shall you change all the surfaces, cover the entire earth with leather, or cover your feet with leather? It is impossible and impractical to cover the entire surface of the earth with leather. It is not available, not possible. Then you shall lose the beauty of different surfaces. Cover your feet wherever you go, whether you are on a stone, ice, anywhere, you shall feel the softness of the leather. Exactly like that. Shall we change everybody's mind? Somebody like a scorching sun, somebody like a scorpion, somebody like a ice, somebody like a freezing, somebody like this. Shall you change everybody's mind or your mind? With your feet you are walking, with your mind you are interacting. So the interacting mind, when you change, wherever you walk with any type of people, you shall feel the coolness, softness, happiness, comfort, blessing, name it, whatever, all the time with yourself. You carry your happiness with you. You carry your sense of security with you. You carry your sense of bliss and fulfillment with you. No, my fulfillment depends if my son behaves like that, my brother behaves like that, my husband behaves like that, my neighbors behave like that. Boy, you have decided to be miserable. Why? All of them will not fulfill your expectations because they expect you not to expect. Simple. The more they expect you not to expect, you get more angry. How beautiful. Change yourself. Are you getting that point, please? Change yourself means what? Here changing also, don't say changing, I must change myself. No, shift. From what I am taking myself to be what I have to be me. Now I say who I am and enjoy what I have. Simple principle. Oh, Swamiji, what I have is so visible. Who I am is invisible. Listen carefully. World is visible, definitely it is very visible. All because of what? Your eyes, right or wrong? Your eyes, are they visible? Are they visible? To you. Don't bring in stupid, put up a mirror. Forget that nonsense. It's all argumentative rubbish. As you look at this creation, do you see your eyes? The world is so vast and so intriguing. But what is more important, your eyes or the world? Eyes. Can your eyes see the thoughts of the world? No. With what do you see the thoughts of your thoughts? Your thoughts. Eye of the eyes. Eye of the eyes. Consciousness. You are conscious. When you see the world, you don't remember your eyes. Shall I say your eyes don't exist? It is there. When you are aware of your thoughts, you are not aware of the awareness. Shall I say awareness doesn't exist? Consciousness doesn't exist? You understand the point? You are there. The objects goes away, eyes remain. Thoughts go away. Shifting. How long it takes to shift your attention from the objects to your eyes? In fact, you have never shifted your attention from your eyes, because to see the object, you cannot shift your attention from eyes to the object. You are always with the eyes, but lost in the object. You shift your attention from one object to another object, not from the object to the eyes. Now you are conscious. You are conscious of the eyes. Listen, you are conscious of your thought, conscious of the eyes, conscious of the object. Objects can go. Eyes can close down. Thoughts can go. Consciousness. When did you shift your attention from eyes to the object? When did you shift your attention from consciousness? Either you like it or not, you are always there. That is how you are seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, thinking. All perception takes place, all sensation takes place. Difficult or easy? Just that easy. Then you accept your thoughts, your body, your creation. Everybody has their. What a life! So if somebody tells, so once you know that, you know how to deal with your thought. So anger, hatred, there is nothing will bother you. Read that book, Managing Thoughts, you will know everything. If you have not read it, just pick it up. So such a person, when you know that, wise man, chestamanam sariram swam pasyati anya sariravat swam sariram chestamanepi, his own body, even though even while engaging itself in activity, walking, running, jumping, swimming, seeing, tasting, touching, anya sariravat pasyati, as though somebody. I am looking through the body, I am not the body, right or wrong? Are you looking through the window or you are the window? Anybody here? Are you the window or you are looking through the window? If that much you understand, are you the eyes or looking through the eyes? Huh? That is why sometimes you hear through your ears, eyes gone. 5 windows. Thinking through your thought or not? The thought comes. Who is using the thought? Consciousness, you are looking through. Consciousness is always there. Anya sariravat, another body life. That is why you enjoy it. You don't enjoy your own garden fruit, the other garden fruit, no? Stolen things are always tasty, isn't it right? You say, oh, Swami, you are talking about like that, what is this? Stolen things are, you are encouraging. Me encouraging? Why are you putting Ganapatis which are stolen only or holy? Ganapati, if you want to establish one Ganapati statue somewhere, you are supposed to steal it. Then only it has got more power, right? Just a joke, friends. What it means is, when it is somebody's, you don't have the responsibility. Nothing like it. No? Everybody likes others' dogs. Why? They don't have to worry. Other people's children, they have taken care, nicely cleaned up, only smiling. Baby, I love babies. Okay, have one and grow up, let's see. Headache. What a headache. So same thing, this body, lucky. The universe, call it God, takes care. Suppose to breathe, you have to breathe. Sometimes you forget, dead. You have to breathe. See? Suppose you have to close your eyes. No. Oh. Circulation taking place. Thinking taking place. Everything is taking place. Am I managing? My management is hungry, eat. Hungry means what? Hunger is a disease. Hunger is a disease. When you take medicine for a disease, suppose the doctor tells 2 tablets, you purchase 20, take the 20. Medicine is taken on the dosage. 2 tablets after lunch. So 2 tablets after lunch. No, 20, die. Hunger is a disease. Bhagavan Shankara says, Shuddha Vyadhi. Shuddha is a Vyadhi. Hunger is a disease. How should you treat it? With the dosage. Half the stomach full with food. 1/4 with water. Another quarter left out. That is dosage. What do we do? Full and overflowing. Oh. Full and overflowing. If the food will not kill you, whom will it kill? Then you go to doctor to cure the disease or facilitate the disease. See that I can eat more, right? See that I can drink more. Yesterday it happened in America, in Europe, in Spain. One person in a beer drinking competition. You understand? We have nothing else to compete in life. Beer drinking competition. The fellow 6 liters of beer he drank. Of course you won the prize. 10 minutes after starts vomiting. Alcoholic poison, dead. So join the, why don't you join? Eating. You want to compete in wisdom. How conscious I am. How much happy I am. No anger, no hatred, no jealousy. Chidyamanepi. Even if you cut down, pidyamanepi, bhujyamanepi. Even if congratulated, adored, worshipped or not worshipped, pulled, pushed, No competition. Competition is not how quickly you can kill myself, right? You are angry or I am angry. Both are dead. In that competition, wise man withdraws. Why? Let him. Anya Sariravat. Are you getting that principle, friends? It's so clear. The writing is a dramatization of our being. Anya Sariravat. Another body. God takes care. Thought also happens. But you are using it. You are using it. That there is a beautiful day comes. Did you bring in the day? Organize the sky, sunrise, sunset? Did you organize anything? Neither you organized your body or your thoughts, what comes in. How to use. We have been blessed with that capacity. So let me be me first before I using something. First you be you. Then do that. Don't you do that in your game? 100-meter dash. Ready, set, then only go. In life we are already on the go before set and ready. Ready, set, go. But everybody is already on the go. Set? No. Ready? Forget it. Once you are aware of yourself and set, go anywhere you go. Sound, touch, all the speed of life, all the movements. Hearing, touching, tasting, seeing, thinking, creating, producing, help. Oh my God, such a person, so happy, so blessed with himself. Can he imagine touching somebody, destroying somebody, hitting somebody, taking away somebody's vegetable? Ha! What a life! Sanstave chapi nindayam katham kshubheda mahasaya. Hey, Janaka, such a person, Mahasaya, the person who thus happy, contented with himself. Sanstave chapi nindayam katham kshubhyet. Sanstave na kubhya. Sanstave, when he is worshipped, everybody singing his glory, not flattered. Nindayam, everybody is disgracing him. They are stupid, not stupid. But why should somebody worship him? Those who are benefited. Why somebody is hating him? Because somebody is not benefited. So the people who suppose say, oh, he's such a nice man, why are you talking like that to him? Are you defending God? Suppose you believe in God and you think everything is beautiful. Yes. One fellow says, there is no God, God is dead. Should you kill him? For you, God is alive, your life is beautiful. Let the fellow say what he wants to say. Do you know who defends God? Those who have doubt about God. Those who have doubt about God. Who gets angry when I say, you are a poor man? Who gets angry? The poor man gets angry. Even the rich who considers himself poor also will get angry. But the fellow who really knows his riches, or his riches not only with his real millions, but also rich with wisdom. Somebody says, you are poor. Yes, true, you are right. Why? I am enjoying my wealth. Later the fellow says, good, you will not ask me for a donation. The real people never react. And if they react, quoting the arrest, letting somebody win. Because if you don't react, the other person gets more angry. Like an husband and wife, have you not seen other day? It's a family thing, many people come. Swamiji, my husband is telling me always rubbish like this, my wife is always like that. I don't listen. I say, if you don't listen, you will get more angry. So when he says you are a rascal, you start crying. Why don't you tell like that and sit down? Then he shall say, he has punished you. So you will be very happy, don't worry. Then you come back. When you pretend to cry, are you crying? That you don't understand. But pretend to smile, you understand. Your pretenses are more like that side. Pretend to be miserable will be very rare cases. Pretending to be showing off, that is a lot. Then you show off and you get into problem. You want to show off in your marriage, you are a poor person. Borrowing, dead. Why should you pretend to be rich when you are not rich? I am poor. So what? Come to my marriage or don't come. I am not interested in your coming. I am interested in my being who I am. Because after marriage, I don't want to be in debt. People are not realistic. Want to satisfy other people. This much wealth I have. Come in? Yes. Don't come? Don't go. Who wants? Sastave nindai. Please. So who you are, think of yourself. Maya matram idam vishwam pashyan vigata kautuka. Appa, amazing. Idam vishwam maya matram. Appearances. Because just think this is a gold. Okay? This is a gold watch. Think, it's a gold. This is gold or watch? Forget watch, chain. This is a thing, it's a gold chain. This is chain or gold? Smart fellow is the golden chain. What is this, gold or chain? Oh no, golden chain. Really? Alright, you take the chain, I take the gold. Who takes the gold will take the chain. But you cannot take the chain without the gold. Gold is Satyam. Chain is Maya, appearance. Therefore, say, chain doesn't exist. No, it can be chain, it can be a ring, it can be a toe ring, nose ring, belly button ring, any nonsense you can do on that. Okay? But this is same thing. So appearance does not mean non-existent. When you say Maya matram idam vishwam, don't say it is non-existent. It is there, existing as long as you perceive it. That things I cannot take now, some Tattva classes. Okay? So, there it is so beautiful. Everything is nothing but consciousness. There are appearances. Therefore, Vigata Kautuka, Maya Matram, Pashyan, having seen it very clearly, Vigata Kautuka, that curiosity is gone in life. What is there? It's all conscious, only one truth alone is there. That is why life becomes so beautiful. Listen, when the mystery disappears, that curiosity is not there anymore, but there is a happy living. Why? You know what the truth is all about. Then you choose to be excited about it. It's like playing with a child, knowing where the child is hiding. Have you seen played with the children? Children are, child is hiding there. Then you say, Kano, where is the baby? Where is the baby? The baby goes crazy. I'm here. He cannot take it anymore. I'm here. Where is the baby? Where is the baby? He thinks you are stupid. Why? You know where the baby is, but you are looking for the baby. Pleasure for you, pleasure for the baby. Suppose you started looking and suddenly you say, where is the baby? Really the baby is not there. What will happen? Suddenly the search becomes painful. Because you don't know where the baby is. Knowing the happiness where it is, then you are pretending to look for happiness everywhere. Sight, sound, touch, taste, smell. Knowing immortality where it is, you are living mortal life. The whole living is fantastic. But suppose you are really looking for happiness, you shall become miserable. Are you getting that? You are really looking for happiness. In every experience, you see the happiness yourself. Every experience is beautiful. You look for experience, you will be miserable. You look for happiness in an experience, you will be miserable. Be the happiness in every experience.